So this is my short film review of Pain, written and directed by Marcus Kartal, and it stars Francis Nunnery and Lara Levy. It's a intense, at times experimental short film, and it stems from the filmmaker's own journey through substance abuse and then recovery. And he had said in a social media post that the film was based on a dream that he had in the sort of week after trying to get sober, where it's very intense and very cinematic was the way he put it. And that's what's now translated into this short film called Pain. The film is about two characters, so it's Julian and Celeste, who are in a relationship, but it's one that is full of trauma and issues. So Julian, it seems, has either some kind of sort of substance abuse past, because Celeste's sister sort of hints that, is he clean? But if nothing else, he's having seizures and he's very much erratic, lots of strange behaviour going on, and is trying to deal with that. Celeste herself trying to sort of be there and also to work on their relationship, struggling at times, and she lashes out at times at him, and there's a sort of new element thrown into the relationship, which was to a baby, and only through sort of further reading. When I first watched it, I thought it was their baby, but it seems as if it was Celeste's sister who does visit in the film. It's her baby, and they sort of look after it. But there's definitely dialogue where Celeste talks about that she thinks a baby would solve their problems, fix their problems, but this element of a baby in the apartment or house sort of intensifies the issues that are going on between them. And one of the most effective ways that the film does this is through the sound. The sound design in this film is incredible. I was watching with headphones, and at times I kind of wanted to take it off because it was so intense. It was so overwhelming and really disorienting as well, because you've got this baby crying, you've got the sort of strange noises which are happening, and it's all done to sort of create a film that's kind of difficult to watch. I think that's the way I put it in my written reviews. It's difficult to watch, and I mean that in the best possible way. It's a challenging watch. People watching this, especially anyone who's had children, if you are a parent or you've gone through that journey of parenthood, you'll know what I mean by that, in terms of it being very much a sense of struggling to get your bearings, to find balance, to get through the often onslaught of noise, and whilst you're trying to sort of get to grips with your own situation. But the film also has more depth than just that. There's the fact that the character is having these seizures and these strange sequences, and the film itself also throws in lots of great visuals. It's not just the sound that does this. There's visuals that are really shocking, disturbing. A few bits. I don't want to spoil it because it's only a 10-minute film, so I think you should watch it. But there's bits which are just arresting. You're watching it just absolutely glued to what's going on and what the filmmaker has chosen to put into this, because of the mixture of dreamlike elements but also nightmarish elements. It was kind of anything goes. It's not trying to follow a believable linear plot. There's lots of bits which are just strange, that made it unpredictable, but that kind of just really enhanced that viewing experience. I couldn't look away. I absolutely could not look away from this film. Absolutely shout out to the performances. They were great. I think Francis Nunnery, who plays Julian, it's a difficult role because there's bits where he sort of needs to be almost sort of removed from what's going on, but then he also needs to be suffering from the intensity of that. And then Lara Levy playing that partner who's also got her own issues. There's bits, I'm not going to spoil it, but there's bits that she's doing and she's experiencing that's a challenging role to convey. And also, I'm always impressed with films that are this short, that get you into a relationship very quickly, that we didn't feel the need to kind of understand more about these people. If anything, knowing less sort of helps because of that nightmarish element. And I think, just going back to the filmmaker, Marcus Kartal, knows the type of film that he wanted to make, and you know that when the execution is this good, because every element needed to be there. The sense of the film was just absolutely spot on. It really felt like a dream. It felt like a nightmare at the same time. And yeah, I think it will connect with people who have had the parenting experience, or if they've gone through any kind of substance abuse. But I do think there's a wider appeal there. There's a wider appeal there with the relationship. And I think that is partly down to the chemistry of those two central performers. So yeah, the film's called Pain, and there's lots of information online. If you go to IMDb, they've got a page there, so just make sure you're checking that out. And Marcus Kartal is on Instagram as well, Marcus_Kartal, which is Kartal. We'll tag them and post when we put it out on UK Film Review. But yeah, fabulous film, incredible.